Rehema, let's go ahead and start with you. What more can you tell us about what exactly is in this report?
Well, according to the Attorney General, and you identified it saying that it is a scathing report. Indeed, it is. They said that the governor engaged in unwanted and inappropriate groping, kissing, hugging, and comments that accusers called, quote, deeply humiliating, uncomfortable, offensive, and inappropriate. This comes after several months of an investigation, and it is in a 165-page report, and it includes information from an 11-hour interview that they did with the governor himself. We should tell you that the state attorney general's office says that they reviewed 74,000 documents, emails, texts, audio files, and pictures. And again, they say, quoting here, it reveals a deeply disturbing picture that the governor sexually harassed multiple women against state law. The governor, as you know, has repeatedly denied all this. However, according to the state attorney general, in their investigation and during that 11 hours, they said when the governor was confronted with information from a state trooper who says that the governor harassed and sexually harassed her, the governor, they say, denied touching the state trooper, but said he might have kissed her and said it was a combination, they say, identified it as, clarified it as a combination of the governor admitting certain things and then putting a different spin on the allegations. No question, this is probably going to lead to calls for the governor to resign, of which he has said he definitely will not. The other question, I think, Morgan, becomes one of whether or not there will be any criminal charges. The state attorney general addressed that, saying that this is a matter, it is of criminal nature and does not rise to criminal consequences. It would be up to the women themselves to present charges, as one woman has done, who accused the governor of touching her breast. She has reported that incident to state authorities. Morgan?
Rehema, and I'd love to follow up on that last point you made there about civil versus criminal charges. Danny, if you can help us out here, Attorney General Letitia James says that there are civil implications here, but not necessarily criminal ones. Can you help explain a little bit more about what Rehema was reporting?
Right. It's a little confusing because Attorney General James said that Governor Cuomo violated federal law, but not federal criminal law. That would be federal Title VII, the law that prevents discrimination or harassment, particularly sexual harassment, and more particularly hostile work environment, sexual harassment, and then retaliation for people who report those claims. So because people are females and women and men alike are covered under Title VII, that is where you get the violation of federal law that Letitia James was talking about. Now, whether or not there will be criminal charges, it is interesting to hear the attorney general of a state say, well, you know, criminal is a little outside our purview. She didn't really say that, but she is, after all, the attorney general. Right. So in reality, this kind of criminal charge, what she's saying between the lines is, look, we see a violation of civil law here. It didn't rise to the level of criminality. If it had, I expect they would have investigated it, even though this would have been the kind of assault that wouldn't be the attorney general's province. It'd be more local authorities.
And can we go back to a point that you made just a moment ago, Rehema? You were talking about the question of resignation and what the governor has said. Can you elaborate a little bit on any response we're hearing from Governor Cuomo's office?
To this moment, we have not heard any response immediately to the news conference by the state attorney general's office. But as I said before, repeatedly, the governor has been adamant, saying that he would not resign and that he did not think that his conduct in any way rose to any criminal level. I should mention to you, we've gotten a couple of tweets that came from two women, at least, who were named in the report without mentioning their names. One woman said, thank you to everyone who expressed support. Another woman says, resign, Governor Cuomo.
Wow. All right. Rehema, Ellis, thank you so much for your thorough and fast reporting. Danny Cevallos for us there. Thank you for your analysis. We appreciate you both being here with us on this breaking news.
And more breaking news, this time in the coronavirus.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.